Good morning to all. This is Dr. Y. Sujata Reddy, Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department. Now we can discuss about projections of solids. In this video, you learn how to draw projections of solids in simple positions. Axis is inclined to one plane and parallel to other plane. Here solid is a three dimensions which object is having length, breadth and height or thickness. It is called as the solid. And solids have different types of solids are available. Major types, first classifications of the solids. Here first one is the polyhedra, second one solids of revolutions, third one frustrums and tourniqueted of solids. Okay, solids have different types of solids are available. Three classifications are there. First one is the polyhedra, second one solids of revolution, third classification frustrums and tourniqueted solids. Okay, first we discuss polyhedra. What is the meaning of polyhedra here? Polyhedra is defined as a solid bounded by a plane. Is called as faces. Okay, a solid is which is bounded by a plane surfaces. Plane surfaces is called as a polyhedra. Polyhedra classified as the subdivided into three types: regular polyhedra, prisms, pyramids. These three are under the classifications of polyhedral. Okay, here regular polyhedra. First we discuss what is the regular polyhedral and prisms, and after pyramids. What is the meaning of regular polyhedron? Means solid bounded by a only one plane surfaces. Its faces are formed by regular polygons of same size and all dihedral angles are equal to one another. All faces of the polyhedron have same size and shape. It is called as a regular polyhedra. Regular means all faces of polyhedron have same size and shape. It is called as regular polyhedra. Other type of polyhedras is not formed equal identical faces. They may be classified as the prisms and pyramids. These are the regular polyhedras. Four equal and triangular faces are there. Tetrahedron. This is a tetrahedron. This tetrahedron have four equal and equilateral triangular faces. This is the cube. This cube, it has six equal regular faces. Cube has six equal regular faces. Octahedron have eight equal equilateral triangular faces. Dodecahedron, 12 equal regular pentagonal faces. Icosahedron, 20 equal triangular faces. These are the polyhedral. Prism is a polyhedron having two equal and similar faces. It have a two equal and similar parallel faces. Okay, this is called top face and bottom face or base. Top face and bottom face or base. It is parallel to each other and joined by other face which may be is rectangulars or parallelograms. What is the meaning of prism? Means prism have, here you observe different types of prisms are there, different shapes. These prisms have top face and bottom face are equal. Top face and bottom face are equal, and these faces are connected by side faces. This top face and bottom face are connected by side faces which are either rectangulars or parallelograms. Which are either rectangular or parallelograms is called as a prisms. Here prisms are available in different types of shapes: square, triangular, pentagon, hexagon, rectangular. Okay, these are the different types of prisms. Next classification of the polyhedron is the pyramids. Pyramids is a polyhedron having figure its base and number of equal triangular faces. Polyhedron is formed plane surfaces as its base, and number of triangulars as its side faces, all meeting at a point, is called as vertex or apex. Pyramid have only one face, that means is the base. That base all have triangular faces at meeting the at a point is called as vertex or apex. This pyramid is said to be right regular when its axis is perpendicular to the base. When it is a regular plane figure, the line joining apex and the other corner of the base is called as slant edge. Here, you observe that here the axis, the imaginary line join the connecting the apex and the center of the base. Inclined slant side faces is called as inclined triangular faces and slant edges. Okay. Here, what are the different types of pyramids are there available? Triangular pyramid, square pyramid, rectangular pyramid, and pentagon, triangle, pentagon faces. Okay, hexagon. These are the pyramids of polyhedron. Next, classifications of the solids, projections of solids. Solids have first classification polyhedra. Polyhedra further subdivided into three types: regular polyhedra, prisms, pyramids. Now, second classification, solids of revolution. Solids of revolutions. Here you observe when a sum of the plane figures are revolved about one of their sides, solids of revolutions is generated. If a plane figure is revolved about one of its edges, the solid is generated is called as a solid of revolution. Examples of solids are here you observe cylinder, cone and sphere. Okay, cylinder, cone, sphere. These are the examples of solids of revolutions here. And next, frustums and tourniqueted. What is the meaning of frustums here? When the pyramid or cone is cut by a cutting plane is parallel to cutting shape. Cutting plane is parallel to the of the base is called as the frustums. Tourniqueted when the solid is cut by a cutting plane inclined to its base. Inclined to its base. To remove the top portion, the remaining portion of the obtain is called as tourniqueted of the solids. Here, you observe the first one is the frustums. This is a tourniqueted. Frustums means when the cutting section of the axis line is parallel to its base is called as the frustums. Here, cutting section or cutting plane is inclined to its base is called as the tourniqueted. Okay, these are the classifications of the solids. Now you observe the what is the solids, what are the different types of classifications. Okay, here projections of solids, you observe what are the different shapes are available in solids. First, you know that what is the solid is a three-dimensional object, length and breadth and height. Okay, these solids are classified as the three types. First one is the polyhedra, solids of revolutions, frustums and tourniqueted of solids. Frustums and tourniqueted of solids. First one is the polyhedra. Already you know this. This is a polyhedra. This polyhedra is subdivided into three types. That is the regular polyhedra, prisms and pyramids. Regular polyhedra, prisms and pyramids. Okay. This is the regular polyhedra. First we discuss in regular polyhedra is the prism. A regular polyhedra solid have flat surfaces. These prisms are top and bottom face are equal. Ends are joined with the faces are the rectangular faces. Rectangular faces. Okay. Here polyhedra, examples of polyhedra, you know that this is a tetrahedron, cube, prisms and pyramids. Polyhedra further classified as three types, that is the regular polyhedra, prisms and pyramids. And next here, what are the ends are joined top to bottom, this is called as edge or side, and this top point is called as apex, and this is the face, and it is the corner. This is called as corner. Okay. Next, hexagonal prism. Prisms have different types of shapes are available. What is the meaning of prism? Here, prism is a two equal faces and similar faces. Top and bottom faces is similar. Top and bottom faces, which maybe has joining the lines, is called as rectangular or parallelograms. You observe that here. These are the different types of shapes are available here. Triangular prism, square prism, pentagonal prism, hexagonal prism. Okay. Triangular prism, square prism, pentagonal prism, hexagonal prism. And here top and bottom face are similar and same shape and size any prism, but this top and bottom face ends or joins the these faces are rectangular faces. Okay, these are the different types are available in regular prisms. And next we discuss pyramid. Discuss the pyramid. Okay, it is a pyramid. Pyramid, you know that it is only bottom face is there, base is there, and the number of equal isosceles triangular faces meeting at a point is called as vertex or apex. This point is called vertex or apex. All only one face is there, that is the base. Okay. These are the slant edges. This edge is called the slant edges. That edges are slant edges, and that is the base edges, triangular faces. This face is called triangular faces, and top point is called as apex or vertex. Okay, this is the pyramid. Slant. What are the parts are there? Pyramid, apex point, vertex or apex, slant edge, face or slant face, base corner, axis, base. These are the parts of pyramid. Okay. Different types of shapes of pyramids are available. Square pyramid, pentagonal pyramid, hexagonal pyramid, octagonal pyramid. Here square means base shape is visible the square. Base is the square. Here pentagonal, base is pentagonal. And hexagonal means base is hexagonal. Octagonal, base is octagonal. Top face is the only apex or apex point. Okay. Apex or vertex. Next one, solids of revolutions. The solids of revolutions, if a is revolved about one of its edges, its solids are revolved about one of its edges, is called as solids of revolutions. The solids of revolution, cylinder, cone, sphere, revolves the one of its edges. The solid generated by is called as solids of revolution. It revolves one of its edges. These are the frustrums and tourniqueted of solids. Frustrums means when a pyramid or a cone is cut by a cutting plane. Frustrums means when a pyramid or cone it is cut by a cutting plane is parallel to its base, removed to the top portion. The remaining portion, that what are the remaining portion is there, that portion is called as frustrums. Next, tourniqueted. These are the frustrums and these are the tourniqueted. Tourniqueted means when a solid or prism, cylinder, cone cut by a cutting plane inclined to its base, remove the top portion. What is the remaining portion is that is obtained, it is called as the tourniqueted. Okay, these are the introductions. Positions of a solids. One by one we discuss positions of a solids. First one, the axis is parallel to both planes. Axis is perpendicular to one plane and parallel to other plane. Axis is inclined to one plane and parallel to other. Axis is inclined to both planes. So these are the positions of a solid. So note down the problem here. Draw the projections of a square prism of base 40 mm side and axis 70 mm is resting on one of its base on the ground with a vertical face perpendicular to VP. This is a problem. Draw the projections of a square prism. Side of base 40 mm and height 70 mm. Here you observe this is a square base. Base is the 40 mm side distance and height is height axis of the height 70 mm is resting on one of its face on HP. One of its bases on HP. On HP and axis is perpendicular to VP. This is the position. Okay. Height is 70 mm, axis distance and side distance is the 40. Here you observe, you draw the one reference line. This is the figure, solution figure. Okay. This is the top view and front view. Top view and front view. Okay. Now we need to draw. Here we draw the first one reference line XY. Draw the which will show the true view. Which will show the true view is true shape of the base. Base is first true shape is the square prism. That's why square is the top view. So it is the top view. We draw the first top view square. It is the 40 mm side square and the axis height is the 70 mm. This is the axis height. It is the front view on HP. On HP. So that's why we draw the on HP in the reference line. This is the first problem. Okay. This is the front view and top view. Next problem, draw the projections of a right circular cone, base 50 mm diameter and height 70 mm, resting on with its base, axis 70 mm away from the VP. Axis is VP 70 mm. Top view is circular, front view is the axis 70 mm. Okay, first we draw the circular and then we divide the equal parts. We extend these lines up to reference line and then after we measure the axis distance here up to and then we join these slant sides. Okay, in this way first we draw the circular. In front of VP axis distance is 70 mm, that's why 70 mm here. This is a project the corresponding front view. These are the lines we extend up to reference line. These are the lines. Okay, and the axis distance is 70 mm. So we draw the 70 mm is point is the O, that is the apex point, and we join the slant sides all points. This is the cone. Inclination, one plane inclination. Simple problem. Draw the projections of a pentagonal pyramid, base 25 mm side and axis 50 mm long, resting on one of its rectangular faces on HP with its axis is inclined at 45 degrees to the VP. Here, in this problem, what is the given data means object is the pentagonal prism and the base of side is 25 mm, axis is 50 mm long, resting on one of its rectangular faces on HP. HP is resting on one of its rectangular faces. The axis is inclined at 45 degrees to the VP. Axis is inclined at 45 degrees to the VP. VP inclination is there. So, first we draw the one reference line here, XY. And then which view is the true view means pentagonal prism here, base 25 resting on HP. Resting on HP. That's why top view is the rectangular face. Top view is rectangular face. We draw the one. Here in this problem, what is the given data is there? Object is pentagonal prism, base 25 mm, axis is 50 mm long, resting on one of its rectangular face on HP. So you remember that rectangular face on HP. Rectangular face means it's not base. Rectangular face on HP. That means it's totally on HP. Rectangular face on HP. So with the axis is inclined to 45 degrees with VP. Now first we draw the one reference line here, it is the XY, and then after one rectangular face on HP. So which view is the rectangular face? True view is the front view. It visible is the rectangular face on HP. That's why you observe in this way, HP front view is visible is the pentagon. So first we need to draw the here first pentagon. Okay, in this way we draw the pentagon, and now we identify the each corner names, and then now we extend the lines. Now we extend the lines downwards. In this way. So in front of VP, no distance. Which distance you feel comfort, you maintain the some distance. Okay, axis distance is the 50 mm. That's why here 50 mm, that is the axis. Pentagon, all corners, every corner, we extend the lines downside in this way. Okay, and we take the 50 mm axis distance. We identify the every corner's names. Now the axis is inclined at 45 degrees to VP. VP inclination is below the reference line. So we draw the below the reference line one line with 45 degrees. So now this is the axis. Axis means middle line. Axis means middle. That is the D to 4. D to 4 is the middle part. D to 4 we identify the inclination line. D to 4 is the inclination line. Then after D to E distance, D to C distance, how much is there? And 4 to 5 distance and 4 to 3 distance. Okay, D to A distance, we identify the points here. Total distance, D to C and D to E. Okay, that is a B and A point. Next C, E. Wherever the points is there distance, that point we identified. Now 4 to 3 and 4 to 5. How much is the distance we measure? Here we join the one line, and 4 to 2, 3, 4 to 1, 5. In this way we join every corner lines. Here this is the axis inclination 45. So we extend the lines every corner to top side reference line here on HP. That's why AB is on HP up to HP, and remaining are corners. Okay, here in this way you extend the lines up to A to B, one side distance, and C2 is the middle corners, middle corner points. That is the top corner, and now we join the points. Okay, here also second 1, 2, 5, 3 are the corners, middle corners, and 4 is the center. So now we join the each sides. Okay, in this way we join the all points. Okay, with the help of the scale. This is the pentagon. Pentagon projections of axis is inclined to VP. Okay, resting on one of its rectangular faces on HP. Resting on one of its rectangular faces on HP. Okay. Now one more problem. Same problem, but position is changed here. That is a rectangular face on HP here. you note down the problem. A pentagonal prism of base side 30 mm and axis length 60 mm is resting on HP, one of its base. One of its base. That means in this position. Here you observe rectangular face. This is the position. One of its base. This is the base. One of its base corners with its axis is inclined at 40 degrees to HP and parallel to VP. Draw the projections when the base sides containing the resting corner are equally inclined to HP. Base sides containing the resting corners are equally inclined to HP. This is the position. Base corners means you observe the here pentagon corners. That is the base corners. Base corners containing the resting corner are equally inclined to HP. Equally inclined to HP. This is the position. Okay, in this position, front view and top view. Which view is a pentagon face is true shape? Means top view is the true shape. Okay, top view is the pentagon. Now we need to draw the here. It is the one reference line. This is the one reference line. We draw the one reference line. Then after top view is pentagon. Okay, any polygon method, which method you feel comfort, that method you draw the here pentagon. Okay, then after extend the pentagon corners, a very reference line, pentagon corners, we identify the corner names, and pentagon corners we extend the lines also here in this way. Okay, this one corner and two and third. These two corners are coincide. This is the front view. Axis distance is how much the axis length is 60 mm. Now we need to draw the axis length. Axis length is a 60 mm. Then measure this length. We need to find out the axis. Axis means we need to find out the axis means midpoint. So here how you identify the axis in this pentagon, you observe the here. First we draw the one side, that is the midpoint 30 mm. That means side distance is 30 mm. Here 15. That 15 mm we draw the one line horizontal in this way. 15 mm to here to this corner. Okay. Here to this corner. Now we need to identify the pentagon midpoint. Now then after this corner to here in this midpoint, or this corner midpoint, this side also, this side midpoint to this corner. Wherever intersect the point, this point is the axis point. Okay. Now we extend here to reference line, this point. Reference line up to reference line, then axis distance is 60 mm, axis length are the 60 mm. Now we draw the with the help of the scale 60 mm. Okay, in this way. This is a simple position. And next second stage, axis is inclined to HP. Axis is inclined to HP and parallel to VP. This axis is inclined to HP. So this axis is axis line inclined to HP. HP means above HP inclination, above reference line we draw the, we take the inclination here. Okay, with the, in this way, with the help of how much there 40. This is the 40. Okay, 40 inclination 40, axis line 40 mm. 40 inclination, axis distance is the 60. With the help of the scale, with the help of the protractor, you take the angle. With the help of the scale, you measure the distance 60 mm. Okay, that is the axis distance. And now we measure the, with the help of the compass, P dash to S dash is the distance. P dash to S dash. Okay. P dash to S dash. This is the horizontal distance. P dash RT, wherever the point is there. Where what are the points are there? Same in this line also we identify that points. We identify the points. And same parallel lines. We join the two sides. Here, that is the axis. Now midpoint we draw the axis line. That is axis line. Okay. Then now we extend this line to downward. We extend the lines downward side here in this way. We extend the lines this corner to this corner and remaining all corners here in this way. We extend the all lines, bottom face 3 lines and top face 3 lines. In this way extend here. Simple position first stage top view also we extend the lines every corner in this way. Okay. We identify the A dash A, that is the A and B. A and B here, that are the corner points and top point. Okay, one side. Same way another face also here. Okay, in this way we identify the points. Now then you join with the help of the scale each point to point we join P1 to Q1 and P1 to T1, T1 to S1, T1 to S1, S1 to R1. In this way we join with the help of the scale corners here. Okay, this is the two pentagons. Same problem previous also, but here base is resting on HP. Previous problem rectangular faces on HP. Okay. Next problem, draw the projections of a cylinder, base of 30 mm diameter and axis 40 mm long. It is a cylinder and resting with its a point of base circle on HP such that axis making an angle of 30 degrees to HP and parallel to VP. In this problem, given data object is a cylinder and diameter 30, axis 40, position is resting with a point of its base circle. That means resting with a base on HP. Circle is base on HP, that is the position. Third point. Fourth point, axis is making an angle 30 degrees to HP and parallel to VP. Okay. Now need to draw the here first. This is the position. Cylinder position, base 30 mm, and this resting on HP. Okay. In this position, which view is the true shape, true view is visible means here top view is the true view is the visible, top view is the true view. Okay. First we draw the one reference line. Here we draw the one reference line and 30 mm diameter, that means 15 mm radius. We draw the one circle first and then we divide the equal parts circle in this way. 8 equal parts or 12 equal parts. Okay. Then after we identify the names of each point, each division, and we extend the lines of each division to reference line. We extend the lines with the help of the scale, each division to reference line. And axis, you know the circle's center is there. That center to extend the midpoint up to reference line. That reference line to axis is of 40 mm long. In this way we identify the axis distance 40 mm height or long. Okay. And this is simple position. We extend the every remaining lines also in front view. Remaining lines also front view is there. Okay. This way remaining lines also front view we extend that. Next position, axis is making an angle 30 degrees to HP. This means axis is making an angle 30 degrees to HP. HP is the HP inclination. We need to draw the above reference line here. With the one line we take the HP with the help of the protractor. That is the HP inclination 30 degrees with the axis. Okay. Now with the help of the compass we measure this distance. How much is the A dash to C dash is the distance. Here to the distance is the measure here. And then we extend the lines. Axis distance 40 mm, that's why up to 40 mm we draw in this way. Same this front view we tilt the 30 degrees. Okay. With the HP inclination, that's why axis we tilt the 30. And now we extend the each corner points with the help of the scale below reference line here in this way. Extend the lines, circle to every corner lines in this way horizontal with the help of the scale. And now front view also we extend. And next second point, and next third, fourth, fifth, and both sides also. Okay, 2, 4 car 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, 4 corners are there. Here also we identify the same points. This is the D1 one corner, and next here 1 point, and this is the 1 point. This is the 1 point. In this way we identify the each point intersection points. Here you observe the ellipse. It comes. We add all points. It comes as the ellipse. Okay. In this way we join the all points. Here top sides also this line. This is the cylinder. We draw the cylinder. Inclination cylinder. Okay. This is top view and this is the front view. This is the projections of a cylinder inclined to HP 30 degrees and parallel to VP, resting on with base circle, on HP. Okay. One more problem. Draw the projections of a cylinder base 30 mm diameter and axis 50 mm long, laying on the ground. Its axis is inclined at 30 degrees to VP. Okay. Here in this problem, cylinder object is a cylinder 30 mm diameter and axis is 50 mm, laying on the ground with its axis at angle 30 degrees. That's why front view is the circle. We draw the first true shape, that is the front view is the circle. This is the front view, and 12 or 8 equal parts. Then after we extend the lines here. We identify the each division points here. with names, and we extend the lines. It is the axis distance is the 50 mm long, and then that is the top view of the cylinder. That is the top view of the cylinder. Top view of the cylinder. And next, the axis inclined at angle 30 degrees to VP. So inclined at 30 degrees to VP. This is the 30 degrees. Axis is inclined at 30 degrees to VP. Okay, then what is the distance is there? A to C is the distance. A to C is the distance, and axis is 50 mm. Here, axis is 50 mm. So in this way 50 mm, and we draw the here same distance. And what are the points are there? Same, we identify that points, and we extend the in this way above reference line, and first stage front view to, and second stage top view. Extend the lines where intersect that points. This point is the corner, and this point is the starting point of the corner, ending point, and this point is the width. Okay, which ellipse now. Now it looks is the ellipse. Okay, in this way we identify the points and we join the all points. That hatching lines are the hidden part. Okay, this is the projection of cylinder. Length is 25 mm and height 56 mm. Rest on one of its base edges in the HP such that its axis is parallel to VP. Draw the projections of the solid when its base makes an angle of 45 degrees with HP. 45 degrees with HP. Okay, in this position, first we draw the one reference line XY, and then top view is the hexagon. Top view is the XY and top view is the hexagon. In this way, we extend the each corner points here. Hexagon sides to we extend the reference line. With the help of the scale, we extend in this way lines. Okay, axis distance is the 55, and in this way we join corner points also. We identify the in this way we extend. Axis inclination is axis inclined to, this is the axis inclined to 45 degrees to HP. Okay, in this way 45 degrees. So we join the same first stage front view tilt the 45 degrees to HP. This is the tilt position to front view. We extend the lines first stage front view, first stage top view lines, and second stage front view lines. First stage top view lines, and second stage front view lines. We extend here in this way. Now you join. Okay, so these sides are hidden sides. Diagonal pyramid side of base 25 mm and 55 mm height lies with one of its slant edge on HP and such that axis is parallel to VP. Okay, a pentagonal pyramid side of base 25 mm and axis 55 mm lies with one of its slant edge on HP. Slant edge on HP, not base. Okay, slant edge on HP such that axis is parallel to VP. Draw its project. Slant edge on HP means front view is the these are the apex point, and this is the slant edges. These are the slant edges. Okay, this shape is the pentagon. Okay, you observe the here front view and top view in this position. Top view is the pentagon. You draw the pentagon first. You draw the one reference line. Then after you draw the pentagon. Okay, this pentagon side is the 25 mm, and you identify the each corners names. You identify the names first, each corners, and then now we need to find out the center point of the pentagon in this way. Okay, and then this point to this corner, and here this point to this corner also. Okay, midpoint. And next, in this way we identify the O. O is the axis. O is the center point of the pentagon. Now we extend the lines A2, E2, D2 and O2. Okay, axis distance is the 55 mm height. So apex, that is the 50 mm. Now you join the here O2, that is the 55 mm. Now we join the, this is the front base of the distance. We extend each point and then you join the O2 this reference line. Okay, B dash, A dash, we identify the points here in this way, and you join the, we identify the points. Next, second stage with one of its slant edges on HP such that axis is parallel to VP. Draw its projections. Okay, with lies one of its slant edge on HP. That's why we draw the slant edge on HP. Okay, here this is the reference line, slant edge on HP. This slant edge on HP. Slant edge distance is the, how much distance is there? Slant edge is the one edge, 55. That is the 55 side distance. In this way D dash. Here we identify the points. What side is there here? D dash, O dash. D dash, O dash. Here this O to D dash is the distance, and now this side distance B to D dash. So here this is the one side. You draw the arcs both sides, this side to this distance, and same 55 distance this side to this distance. When here to cut the point, this is the B dash to D dash distance. This point is the center, this point is the center, and you draw the one arc here, B dash D dash distance, and this point to 55 distance you draw the one arc. Here cut the point, so that is the D dash and B dash, this is the O dash. Okay, and wherever the points are here identifies, same this line also we identify the points. Okay, in this way here. And now we extend the second stage front view to first stage top view. So wherever they intersect that lines, we extend the lines here. We extend the lines in this way. Okay, this is the pentagon. And here O2, we joined E corner to C1 and O to A, B. O to B, O to A also. We join the points. Okay, this is the pentagonal pyramid of projections. Okay. Understand easily. Thank you for listening.